Ici Londres.
Would you say that Islamist terror in Britain is becoming more or less frequent? I'm guessing that at the moment most of us will instinctively want to say more. I'm recording this video in the aftermath of the ghastly knife attack in Westminster. And it's human nature that our minds emphasize the recent and dramatic over the distant and undramatic. Still, it's worth keeping a sense of perspective here. In between the London tube bombings 12 years earlier and the attack on Parliament, there was precisely one fatality as a result of jihadi violence in Britain, namely the abominable murder of Private Lee Rigby in Woolwich. Compared to the levels of political violence that we took for granted in the 70s and 80s, this is an unusually peaceful era. And this matters. The whole agenda of the terrorists is to try and spread fear and provoke a response by doing dramatic things. There is a reason why we call it terrorism. And when we respond with moral panic, with massive security overreach, when we start talking about civilizational struggles and shadowy global networks of terrorists, we come very close to taking the jihadis at their own estimate. I wonder whether we're not running a risk of glamorizing the whole business of murder and so tempting the next generation of losers into thinking that they will be a threat to the state. Because losers is really what we're dealing with. If we really want to discourage people from turning to political violence, rather than treating them as they see themselves as kind of holy warriors in some massive Kulturkampf, perhaps we should laugh at them. We should laugh at them with their underpants bombs and their shoe bombs and their pleasing tendency to blow themselves up in error and their curious belief that you can set Glasgow Airport on fire by driving a car into a glass and concrete building. These are pitiable criminals, deranged, ugly people, but nonetheless people who are on a level with any other petty criminal. If we remember that, then perhaps we can take some of the glamour out of it. If we reinforce the contention that we really are in a civilizational struggle, that there is a fundamental tension between being an observant Muslim and being a loyal and patriotic citizen of a Western democracy, we're lining up with the jihadis.